the Monster. This girl was really one of my best girls when it comes to height, when it comes to beauty, when it comes to literally everything. Because of this is the come down when I finally get off of Crunchyroll, when I plan for the new con, is when I get an offer for another collab. Now, me and Karma already have this collab going on. We already scheduled it. So this other girl that I'm already talking to comes along, and she just so happens to love Soul Eater. The reason why I was so infatuated with her Soul Eater obsession was because I love Soul Eater. It is one of my top 5 favorite animes of all time. I haven't read the manga, but I heard the manga is really, really good. And the thing about me and Brooke was, she was sent out as an enemy at first, but the thing with me and her was, we had this thing where we would just get connect regardless. I mean, come on, I'm Soul here. So me and her were about to do another collab with Soul Eater characters, and she was gonna be Zenitsu. And I kept on trying to tell her to watch Demon Slayer so we could do a collab, and she pushed me off. She pushed me off because she was a part of a mob that tried to bring me down because of what happened with the old shit that I don't want to talk about. But the great thing about Brooke was she stuck around and she literally just fell for my charisma. This is a girl where I have made an incredible base out of myself. And if you don't know what a base form is is literally Goku before he turns Super Saiyan. Like, me being myself is enough to get a girl now. Previously, before when I was in high school, when that shit didn't exist, but the thing about when I started cosplaying is I kind of made it feel like high school because I was the most popular guy at the convention, and every time we would revisit each other, it felt like kind of like a high school reunion. But the reason why this ties into Brooke was because I was at the level of popularity when anything was going to go my way, and Brooke literally just played it through my hands. And the real reason why it sucked is because it wasn't like Brooke was a challenge. The reason why is because the people that are trying to bring me down are forgetting that, metaphorically, I'm the most popular guy in school when it comes to the cosplay conventions. Metaphorically, and what I mean by that is I can literally be myself and they will just fall in love because of what I was doing. So here's the thing, she doesn't know that I used to be the Animation Rap League, and this is an Easter egg. My very first character that I chose for the Animation Rap League was Soul Eater Evans. And then you know who Soul Eater Evans was. I'm like, okay, his name is Soul, because that's one of my favorite fucking episodes of Soul Eater, when he's like, this is your real name? Her real name is Evans. So I love fucking Soul Eater with all my heart. Definitely Kid has one of the best character designs I have ever seen, and literally, I'm waiting for the collab. Me and Karma get into heated conversations. Karma is really pushing to be my girlfriend, so Brooke and Karma are fighting each other at the same time. We both have a collab in mind, and so literally, the enemy is all like, you're supposed to be setting them up, and Brooke's like, no. Because literally, what I did was, I started rapping in the chat, and I started literally just being myself, just freestyling, you know, trying to get information out of me, but I had to do was stay in the chat, and everything literally fell into place. Yeah, see, got hacked by some other dude that was thirsty, but the thing about me and Brooke was, literally, I was just being myself, and a lot of people try to say, oh, you trying to hear her, you wrote her a poem. I'm like, no, this is what I do. I'm a rapper for my spare time. And literally, that flow was so fucking sick, and everything I was doing, my Instagram posts and everything, she just fell in love with my career. But she didn't have to say shit, because the thing about Brooke was every single time I told her, what's good with the collab? You're supposed to be watching Demon Slayer. You're supposed to be working on your collab. And she's all like, dude, just give me a minute. Dude, just give me a minute. And I pulled Alisa when I said, I'm gonna dip. And she's like, no, don't go. No, don't go. Every single time. She was sent by somebody to set me up. And literally, every time I tried to go, she was like, no, please, please, please. And she was fighting with Karma so fucking much. Literally. Karma was liking my posts, literally making sure I didn't talk to any other girl, and that shit was just so fucking funny. Every day was a non-stop constant argument between her and Karma, and this is so fucking funny. These nerds are trying to set me up while literally trying to call me a predator when two hot ass girls are fighting over me, and it's basically like how it is in high school when it's like, hey, did you know Eric's going out with Karma? And you know, just like, yeah, the gossip is there. The gossip was so fucking real, it wasn't even fucking funny. And to the point where Brooke became a top contender. Now, the thing about me and Brooke was, because I can get away with being myself and I don't have to try too hard, was when I tried to tell these nerds that literally you don't have to be the most popular guy in school to get these women, because what you have to do is you have to back up your gaslighting with something legitimate, at least. That's if you want to fake it till you make it. I don't recommend that, but I'll put it like this. It's better than nothing, and that's what Arturo taught me. Sometimes you do get the benefits by being fake, but me, I was being real. And I was trying to tell these people, yo, me and Brooke aren't even a couple. I'm just literally trying to get business done, and we became a couple because of how infatuated she was with me in my face. This is literally a reminder that I have became more of a man than I thought I was, and that literally anything I did was literally undeniable. So here's the thing. So every time I tried to leave, Brooke kept on begging me back. It came to a point where she blocked me and Karma blocked me. I'm like, how can Karma and Brooke block me? So the nerds say, you need to stop cheating. And I'm all like, okay, whatever, I'll just get another one. This is that time where I am heavy on art more than anything. I just literally just went with the Prince Charming shit just so I can get the collab done. I pretended to be Karma's boyfriend. I literally kept this whole Justin Bieber shit up just so I could finally release my expression of art with these two girls. And I finally get to not only be a privileged shinobi, but to show everyone that literally this is how you really collab. This is how you really interact. This is how you really... And so I knew it wasn't a coincidence, and because it wasn't the first time I got hacked, it's like, man, it's whatever. But the bad part about it was, literally, this is what happens when you become a chick magnet and you want to get business done, and literally every single conversation turns back into fucking. So here's what happens is, me and Brooke keep a low profile, and me and Brooke stop fucking with social media, and the story unfolds that I tried to tell people, like, you yourself, if you guys don't want to be in the same position that I was, that you guys need to literally work on yourself to a point where your base is stronger than it was 10 years ago. I know a lot of people who rely on their base so much that they don't achieve more levels, and the fact that they don't push past their limits to a point where part one is literally all they can do. And you're gonna need more than that. What I am is I am shipping in a half. The amount of effort I put into Brooke was literally nothing, because it's the first time she heard a black guy rap. It's the first time she did this and that. Now, a lot of people will try to say that I turned her into a pawn, and the truth is, I just kept my mouth shut until I was able to get the collab. Once they didn't get what they wanted out of me, oh, Brooke got what she wanted. She got all that husky stuff and more, because you gotta understand, I put on for Soul. I was not gonna disappoint with Soul. And the thing about me and that character and why it just worked so well was because Soul literally was one of my favorite influential animes, and the fact that this girl is literally just on my jock arguing with Karma literally just proved that I was literally high tier shit. I'm like, you guys are trying to set this guy up, but two of the hottest girls in school are fighting over him, basically. They're wondering how was I able to get couples on paper when previously this and that, and it's like, because you resort to hacking is why you don't have anything natural, is why I keep on trying to tell people. And the thing about me and Brooke was the whole fucking lesson, where I needed them to understand that Brooke was my girlfriend. Oh, she's not your girlfriend on paper. I'm like, no, Brooke is my girlfriend. The amount of emotional attachment she has to me is equivalent to a girlfriend. You don't have to put it on paper for you to realize that me and Brooke wanted to fuck each other, okay? So our collab is like this. I want her to be Zenitsu with the Death to Kid hairline, and her shit was gonna be straight drip. So I was confused because the first message I sent her saying that let's do a collab, and she's like, hell yeah! And then I keep on asking the right Demon Slayer. Now I'm still wondering, is it her that didn't watch Demon Slayer, or was she being hacked by somebody else? Okay, so anyway, it goes on, and so me and Brooke part ways, and me and Carmen part ways, but in the middle of that, I'm still going strong when it comes to working hard for Level Up Expo, because it didn't matter at that point. I already stamped my place in that society. Like, no, this is a full story, get the fuck out. And these people are still, I repeat, still pushing. And the real reason why Brooke came to her senses was because of just how much I knew about anime, how much I knew about this and that. Because I worked so fucking hard for this craft, she was forced by nature to literally give up any serious intention because of the fact that I am Soul and she is Maka. Literally, my role play was tremendous. I literally texted in the morning, Maka, why aren't you replaying? Don't make me get my piano. So that's when the nerd blocked me. So to counteract what that nerd did is I tried telling this nerd that, yo, you cannot be thirsty, because that guy was fucking up a woman, trying to literally get in their pants like, hey little mama, what's good with that booty? I'm like, no, that's not how it works. And me and Brooke already said that we were a couple, so I tried telling him like, yo, I used to do stupid shit like that, but the problem with that is you're not being charismatic, you're not doing anything, you're not even trying to persuade her, you're just being a fucking animal. I already established that I'm not. And with my fucking fangs, you guys need to learn how to be good at game to a point where no matter what, a woman will always flock to you, women will always like you, and literally people are like, yo, that's a celebrity. I'm like, no, that's somebody in real life. So I taught these guys a lesson through Brooke, and the way that these guys drew Brooke was exactly the lesson I was trying to teach them. Was at the end of me and Brooke's journey, all you imagine is her alone with a bunch of flowers, a bunch of rose petals, sakura blossoms. And the reason why you imagine that is because me and her have an established relationship that literally we are both so mature that we can be your fucking parents. These guys, when they look at Brooke, they're like, dude, that's such a touching story. I'm like, you're forgetting the lesson. Me and her just became your mom and dad because we literally showed you how it's done. We literally showed you why it is better to be a jack of all trades so you can introduce your children to the world, so they won't grow up one-dimensionally. And the reason why this ties heavily is because literally they are wondering, how do I have so many good connections with people? And it is because I do not lie, and because me and Brooke already had a solid foundation of Soul Eater is the reason why me and Brooke taught them a big lesson, that it's not the fact that we're your parents, it's the fact that you're severely immature and you're failing to understand that I went through pain. I went through excruciating pain throughout high school and grade school to a point where I used to be in your position. It is till I accepted the constructive criticism that you have to have style. You don't have to be hip-hop, but you need to have something that's gonna make you irreplaceable without it being at your expense. He taught you that she looked at her, undeniably she fell for me, so it was no way you were gonna set me up with her. I literally stole your motherfucking fighter. I stole your challenger. I stole everything from you because you allowed someone into a field that I have mastered. That field is Soul Eater. You don't think that if I didn't bust out with that rap, the fucking rap, because I didn't brag about the rap, because I literally did it naturally, because I practiced for years and years on end with anime and hip-hop. So you cannot, I repeat, do not expect her to go along with your way of thinking. Who is he gonna choose? The guy who's smoking hot, or the guy who slobbers every time he tries to approach a girl? You have to understand, this is a skill that I learned over time, and she doesn't even like rap, but she liked it after she met me, and that just shows you that it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And me and Brooke finished with flowers when everybody's mind like, dude, that's just one of as many side chicks that I feel like they're damn near married damn near. I'm like, no, that's called an actual emotional attachment. If that was the case, and you wouldn't be able to hack my phone and stop me and Brooke from seeing each other. But the real reason why this lesson is so fucking heavy is to let you know, if I was a nerd, I could not have pulled that shit off. You were sitting over here trying to use her as a tool, and she's just falling for the school jock. I'm sorry to say, but she fell because I was the motherfucking John Tucker at the time.